Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. On today's video we'll be working on corset, Basque, or let's just fine, we'll be working on a corset, but it will be a waist snatchy waist. Let's do this. Okay, the length of the blouse I'm cutting will be 26 is the length. Guys, if you are just joining, you're welcome. Please subscribe, click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Okay, the length of the blouse is 26 inches plus 1 inch sewing allowance, which is 27. So from shoulder to bust is 8 inches. You can use 9 inches, but on this one I'll be using 9 inches. If you are cutting this style on your fabric, remember that you will fold your fabric by 2, but because this is a pattern paper, I did not fold it by 2. So from shoulder to the half length is 18 inches. But because I will use half inch to join the shoulder, instead of marking 18 inches for the half length, I'll mark 18 and a half. From shoulder to my under bust is 14 and a half plus half inches, which is 15 inches. From shoulder to my bust point is 11 inches plus half inch, which is 11 and a half. So I will label it out. This is shoulder, this is bust line, this is under bust, this is half length, half length under bust, this is bust point, this is under bust, this is half length, and this is the full blouse. Alright, the next thing I will do is the shoulder. The shoulder measurement is 16 divided by 2. Remember, you will always divide your shoulder by 2. 16 divided by 2 will give you 8 inches. The neckline, I'll be using the width, I'll be using the wideness, I'll be using 3 inches. Then the depth, I'll be using 3 inches also. Though the neck is not necessary, but I need to input it for you to understand what I'm working on. So for the shoulder slope, I'll come down by For the shoulder slope, I'll come down by 1 inch and I'll slope it to the neckline. After that, from the slope line, I will measure what I have left. I have 8 inches left. 8 divided by 2, because I want to get the midpoint of the armhole. 8 divided by 2 will give me 4 inches. So this is the front pattern. So when you want to mark the armhole, you have to come in by ½ inch, because you have to come in for the armhole to have a fitting on the arm side, while the back you will just follow the exact line. You won't be coming in by ½ inch. Then after marking your ½ inch at the midpoint, you insert your bust measurement, which is 38 divided by 4 will give me 9.5. So I'll connect the armhole line. You can use your free hand, you can use your ruler, anyone that works for you. So after this, the next thing will go on your nipples to nipples measurement. Okay, so the nipples to nipples measurement is 8 inches divided by 2 will give you 4. So I'll mark it from the upper bust down to the full length. Okay, then the neck depth that I'll be using. The neck depth that I'll be using 9.5 inches for the neck depth. I'll be using, okay, let's do 10 inches for the neck depth. Then the upper chest I'll be making use of, I'll be using 8 inches. So from the 10 inches, I'll come in by ½ inch. So this is it. From the neck depth is 10 inches. I use 10 inches for the neck depth. Then I come in by ½ inch. Then I come up from the bust line by 1 inch. So the next thing I will do now, the under bust, I'll come to the right and to the left. I'll come out by 1 inch to the right and I'll come out by 1 inch to the left. I'll do the same thing to the half length. Then to the full side, I'll mark half inch. After that, I'll connect it. After marking this, the next thing I have to do, I'll connect this line to the bust point. This is the under bust. I'll connect this line from the under bust to the bust point. So after connecting the lines, then I'll connect this half inch, which I come in. I'll connect the line down to the under bust. Remember, we are cutting a cross set. So the next thing is, from your bust point, you will measure what you have down to under bust. From bust point to under bust, I have 3.5 inch. Then I'll be adding 1 inch on it, making it 4.5. Then I'll mark it to the side. So from the under bust, I'll connect it to, from the bust point, I'll connect it to the under bust. After that, then I'll come out this side by 1 inch. I'll come in by 1 inch. I'll connect it down to the bust point. After that, I will connect from here to the neckline, to the neck depth that I want to use. Then from this line, I will take it up to this armhole using my free hand. After this, the next thing I will do is, from here, I'll connect it back here. I'll connect it back to the armhole. So now we have our yoke. Here is our yoke. This is the yoke. So after this, the next thing I have to do, I will put the bust measurement, the under bust measurement, the half length measurement, and the full length measurement. So the bust measurement is 38 divided by 4 will give me 9.5. Then plus this 1 inch that I minus here, which is 1 plus 1, 2 inches plus 9.5, making it 11.5 inches. Then I'll be adding 1 inch for sewing allowance, which is 12.5. The under bust measurement is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9 inches. 9 plus this 1 I remove, which is 2 inches. 2 inches plus 9 is 11. Plus 1 inch sewing allowance, which is 12. Then the half length, which is the waist, is the waist measurement is 36. 36 divided by 4 will give me 9. plus this 2 inches, which is 11, plus 1 inch sewing allowance, which is 12 inches. Then the full length, the hip measurement is 42 divided by 4 is 10.5, plus 1 inch. Remember, I might lose half inch to the both sides, so plus 1 inch, which is 11.5, plus 1 inch sewing allowance, which is 12.5. So I will connect the lines. So after connecting the lines, I'll come from the full length, I'll come up by 2.5 inches. Then I'll connect it back. So guys, this is what I have for the front pattern, the front corset. This is our yoke. Here is the corset. All right, so the next thing I will do now is I'll cut it out. After cutting it out, then we'll move to the cutting the back. So guys, after cutting it out like this, then if you want to snatch your waist, always remember to label this thing, to label it, to know which is which. This is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. If you want to do a waist snatch, all you have to do is your waist the waist is 36, so I will minus 3 inches for waist snatch. That 3 inches that I might lose will be for the snatch of the waist. So I'll divide the 3 inches by 2. I'll use 1.5 for the front and 1.5 for the back. Okay, so I'll measure what I have on the waist. I have 7 inches. 7 inches divided by 2 will give me 3.5. Then I'll mark it down. Okay, remember I added 1 inch for sewing allowance, so I'll take it out first. So if I take it out, I'll have 6 left. So 6 divided by 2 will give me 3. After marking the 3, I'll come in this side by 1/2 inch. I'll come out this side by 1/2 inch, and I'll come in this side by 1/2 inch. Then I'll connect it. So this is what we'll have. Then the center one, if you want to have a line at the center, if you want yours to have line at the center, all you have to do is at the waist you come in by 1/2 inch. All these things that are my loss, remember to add it while cutting it on your fabric. You come in by 1/2 inch and you will connect it. So after cutting it, you label it. So here will be A, B, and C. While here is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Remember that. A, B, and C. And the yoke. This is the yoke. So guys, we are done for the front cutting. We'll move to the back cutting. The back will have lacing. I won't be inserting zipper on it. Okay guys, sorry that I have to do voiceover on this part because the background turned out to be more noisy. So from shoulder to waist, if you look at it, I've marked out the full length already. Remember, I lost 2.5 inches at the front. So the length of the blouse is 26 minus 2.5. I will have 24.5. 26, right? No, 27 minus 2.5. I'll have 24.5 left. So from shoulder to the bust line, I've marked it out from shoulder to the bust point and half length to the full length. So back to the neckline, I use the wideness 3 inches, then the depth 2.5. Then I mark it out. Then I mark 1 inch for the shoulder slope. I connect the line 1 inch for the shoulder slope. I connect the line. After connecting, I will divide what I have from the shoulder slope to the bust line. I'll divide it by 2. Then I'll mark the midpoint. I'll mark the midpoint. After marking the midpoint, I will insert the bust measurement. I will divide my bust by 4 and mark whatever I get. Then I'll also do the same to the half length. I will divide my waist by 4. Then add my sewing allowance. I will do the same at the hip. I will divide my hip by 4 and add my sewing allowance. So after dotting out the lines, then I will connect it. I'll connect it. If you are good at using freehand, you can use your freehand to connect the line. If you can use ruler, it depends on the one you are very good at. So after connecting the lines, the next thing now is to connect my armhole line. Remember, at the front we come in by 1/2 inch, but this back, the back bodies, you don't have to come in by 1/2 inch. You will just mark exactly from the line. Okay, so after that, I'll mark 1.5 inch for the lacing. I told you I won't be adding zipper at the back, that I will be adding lacing. So I might lost 1.5 inch for the lacing. Then from the shoulder, I will come down. I'll come down by 10 inch. That will be the where the skin net will stop. Okay, that will be the neck depth. The yoke, I'll be adding a skin net on the yoke. So from shoulder to the 10 inches will serve as our back yoke. Then I later come down on the neck by 1/2 inch, making it 3 inches. Then I mark 1 inch from that 3 inches. I come down by 1 inch. If you look at it, you will see. So I'm connecting the 1.5 inch for the lacing. I will cut that one out. I won't be needing it. Okay, so I'll have to connect the line for you to understand what I am doing. So from there, I'll measure 4 inches. That is the design that I want to put on the back neck. I want the back neck to have an opening. So I'm making a U curve opening. So I'll use my ruler to connect it. So this is the open that I want to be at my back. I'll connect it down to the neckline, okay, as you can see. So that place will be open. So if the person wear it, you'll be seeing that opening at the back. So after this, now I will divide my nipples to nipples measurement by 2, and I'll mark the line. So 8 inches divided by 2 will give me 4. I'll dot out the line 4 inches. Then I'll connect it with a straight line. After marking it, I'll connect it with a straight line. So after connecting it with a straight line, the next thing I have to do is to mark half inch from the both side on the half length. Remember, this is a full body measurement. So I'll be dotting out half inch from the half length. So after dotting out that half inch, I will connect it down to the full length. I'll connect it to the full length of the blouse. Then I'll connect it to the neck depth where the neck will start. I'll connect it there. That will serve as the yoke, and that half inch is that 1.5 inch. I will be minusing for the waist snatch. I told you I want to snatch the waist. So this half inch I will remove now is from that waist snatch. Then after it, I will still remove half inch from the beginning of the, after cutting out the 1.5 inch for the lacing. I'll come in again by half inch from the half length. I'll connect it to the upper neck. I'll connect it to the upper neck, and I'll connect it down to the full length. Okay, so the reason of my loss, so if you calculate it, this half inch now plus half inch I first mark at the center giving me 1.5 inch. Okay, so after all this, I'm trying to measure it to be very sure that I have accurate measurement. So this half inch now will be for the back. 1.5 inches for the back, then 1.5 inches for the front. I've removed the one for the front, and this is the one for the back. So I'll be cutting it out. I'll be cutting all of it out. I won't be needing it. So, and I won't be adding it back because I'm removing it for the clothes to be snatchy. So if I add it back, the clothes will no longer be snatchy on the person's body. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. So after this, the next thing now is to cut it out. I'll be cutting it out. That is the next step. Guys, please, if you've watched to this stage and you have not subscribed, I don't know what you are waiting for. Please subscribe. Thank you for watching my video. Subscribe, share this video, share it to your friends, share it to any fashion designer you know. They will be interested to watch and learn. Okay, it's good to learn every day. We refresh our memories every day. Nobody is perfect. We are learning every day, and it's very important to learn. It's very important to learn. I'll be dropping so many videos on different styles. If you have a request of a style that you want me to work on, you are free to send it in, and I will teach you on how to cut it. I will do a video on the style. Okay guys, I'm here for you guys. Whatever you need, I'm ready. Go and subscribe to my TikTok. My name on TikTok is BN Stitches. Go and follow me on TikTok. I'll be dropping short videos. Then if you want to watch the full video, you come here on YouTube. So I will also be dropping my YouTube link on my TikTok, so that you watch the short video and you come here and watch the full video and learn. So this is the front bodies after cutting it on the fabric, and here is the back bodies. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.